New theme about your writing, planning your writing, and this is the first installment. This is Michelle Thompson. I'm your academic and legal coach. For years I worked as a lawyer, and then I've been in academia. I still am to some degree, and I am a coach, and every Friday at 10:30 I share what I know about writing with you. So here we go. My tip this week is that you have to prioritize your writing projects. Prioritize them. So this fits into the business of planning your writing. So many of us in academia are starting to see the beginning of the end of the semester and the year, right? And so you have a whopping 12 glorious weeks ahead of you without teaching responsibilities, many of you. And it's only 12 weeks, the length of a semester. So don't forget that you'll have to prep fall courses, take a break, and manage some other things during that time. So before you go running off declaring, I'm going to write the entire book, let's sober up a little bit and really assess what's possible by planning. So the first step, and today's writing tip, is to actually prioritize what it is you need to do. Many of you have journal articles and manuscripts that you're currently working on, myself included, and some of you are thinking, I'm going to leave this because, I only have my dissertation. So let me speak to you, I just have my dissertation crowd. Remember that hiring season starts in the fall. That's not far off. It's like 3 months. So maybe you won't go on the market this year or next year, but you'll likely go on the market at some point. So what do colleges and universities want to see? Published articles. Yes, you need to get something published in a journal. Published. You could start with one of the chapters of your dissertation, right? There is a systematic way that over 12 weeks you can take that chapter and turn it into a journal article. And by turning it into a journal article, I mean something that you'd want to submit to a journal, not something that will necessarily be accepted the first time off. It actually takes time to get something published, so you need to start early. Secondly, if this is just your dissertation, you actually have chapters to write. You know that, right? You get to decide what chapters you're working on. You don't have to do this in a linear fashion. So you have to prioritize which it is you want to see. If you're going on the market, the summer is the best time to write those 2-page cover letters, teaching statements, and research statements. You don't want to wait and procrastinate. It's a great time to update your CV, and you're going to need a writing sample. Yes. So a draft of that article will do the trick. A dissertation chapter will do the trick, but make it spiffy and make it good. Okay, so that way, when you're ready to go and you start applying, you're not flustered by the deadlines. You can just go boom, boom, and boom. Here's your packet. So now that I've addressed just my dissertation crew, and everyone else is now in the same boat as everybody else, let's prioritize what it is you're going to do. I know they're all important, every single one of them, but actually some of them are more important than others. Some have deadlines. So probably the easiest way to set your priorities is to work on the stuff that is first on your priority list and work your way back, right? This includes what you need to do to graduate and to earn tenure, etc. If you need to get a book contract, get that there and go back to the article. That's what you want to start on first. Some projects actually get more bang for the buck than others, and so you can prioritize that way. Single authored works should take priority over joint works. Unless there's a timeline, always prioritize single authored works, really, because that's the best for you. Some work will be in more prestigious publications and look better on your CV, so go for that stuff first. Sometimes you simply like more projects more than others. My instinct is to do the ones you don't like as much first, right? It's just that, it might be more complicated, it might take more thinking through. You do the icky first. It doesn't mean, if it doesn't make sense for you to do it, then toss it. But you want to make sure that there isn't a viability issue lurking. So if it's icky, figure out why and then sort it out. Maybe you want to do more writing for public audiences beyond your field. Go ahead and focus on that. It'll take time to write in the style and the conventions that those dictate. It doesn't mean that you only have one thing to do if you're prioritizing your work, right? I actually have a hard time working on more than one writing project at a time, so I work on things serially, personally. But you can devote the onus of your time on one thing, make it the book, the dissertation, that's the priority. But you can also take time to work on the other things a little bit as you go along as well. So here are 2 keys to prioritizing your work. You can do it by deadline, and you can do it by the work of great importance. You always have multiple projects, whether or not you think so make it work. So if you have any questions about prioritizing the writing, I love helping people with that. Go ahead and send me a note. Don't forget to like the page. And don't forget to sign up for my newsletter. So the final thing I want to say is that if you can prioritize your work, you're going to be able to take care of yourself in a much better way. And there's also a survey about self-care that I'd love you to fill out and complete so we can make sure that you get what you need to support your self-care. So I will be swift, be sharp, and so long. Have a wonderful weekend, and for some of you, like me, you're going on spring break, so enjoy your break and take care. Bye.